Hello, my friend. Welcome back. I'm excited to share my new series with pep talks for you. And today, let's talk about something that hurts more than we ever expected to. And that is losing clients we thought would always be with us. Now, I'm not talking about that random inquiry that ghosts you or that one-time mini session client that disappears into the void. I'm talking about those early families, those ones you started with. The ones who gave you a chance when you're just still figuring out even how to use your camera in manual mode. The ones who cheered you on. They brought you their babies, they tagged you in every Facebook post, and they told their friends how wonderful you were. They were the ones who helped you build your portfolio. The ones who made you believe, maybe I can do this. And then one day, you're scrolling and you see their smiling faces on another photographer's feed, and your stomach drops. It stings, and it stings in a way that feels really personal. You think, what did I do wrong? Why didn't they come back? I'm doing my best work now, my best service, my best editing, my best posing. I have leveled up in so many ways, in every way. Shouldn't they want to stay with me? But there they are, tagged in someone else's sneak peek. Maybe it's a new photographer. Maybe it's someone charging half of what you do. Maybe it's someone whose style you don't even like or is nothing like yours. But none of that really matters. All you can think of is they chose her, not me. And you feel embarrassed, shamed, because it's not just about losing a booking. It feels like rejection. It feels like your favorite family just broke up with you. I've been there many times, and I still remember the first time I saw one of my early loyal clients tagged in another photographer's post, and I wanted to slam my laptop shut. It felt like a sucker punch to my tummy. I had photographed their baby as a newborn, I had done their holiday minis, I'd captured all their milestones, and I thought we were bonded for life. But nope, they moved on. And I sat there wondering if maybe my best wasn't good enough at all. So here's the hard truth. The clients you start with aren't always the clients you grow with. When you're portfolio building, you often start with people who know you, friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, or you start with people who can only afford you when you're fairly cheap or free. They become your ride or die in the beginning because they love that you're accessible and they love being part of your journey. But as you raise your rates and as you improve and as you grow and as you start running your business like a business, not all of them can or want to come with you. And that's not failure, that's just growth. But oh my goodness, my friend, it doesn't feel that way that in the moment. It feels like rejection, it feels like betrayal, it feels like they didn't value enough to stick around, and it feels deeply personal. So have you ever had that sinking feeling when you're scrolling Instagram and you see one of your favorite families tagged in another photographer's giveaway, or they show up styled to the nines in someone else's studio setup? Or worse, they never even tell you, you just stumble on it. And that sting can ruin your whole night, including staying up far too late thinking about it. You start making up all these stories. Maybe they didn't like their last session with me. Maybe they think my work isn't good enough anymore. Maybe they didn't like my new prices. Maybe they're mad at me for something I don't even know about. Our brains just love to fill in the gaps with the harshest possible explanation. And here's what I want to just pause and say. You are not crazy for feeling this way. Losing a favorite client hurts because it's not just about money, it's about connection. We get invested in these families. We watch their kids grow. We celebrate their milestones. We cry with them when things are hard. And when they choose someone else, it feels like we weren't enough. But here is the perspective shift that really saved me. Their leaving doesn't mean your best wasn't good enough. It probably wasn't about you at all. Sometimes people simply can't afford you anymore. Sometimes they just want to try something new. Sometimes they're pulled in by a friend who just started her photography business and is offering free sessions. Sometimes they just don't value photography as much anymore. And yes, sometimes it is that cool new girl in the mommy group or the influencer everyone is suddenly seeing everywhere. And that new photographer running minis for a fraction of your price. That all stings in its own special way because it feels like popularity, not quality won. But here's the thing, their choices are about them. They're not about you. Your job is not to hold on to every client forever. Your job is to keep growing into the photographer you're meant to be and to attract the clients who align with the version of you that exists now. So think about it. Would you really want to build a business where your pricing and services just never changed, just to keep your original clients happy? Would you want to stay stuck at your beginner rates forever, hustling yourself into exhaustion just to keep the same families booking you year after year? That's not growth. That's stagnation. And growth always comes with shedding, just like you outgrow old habits, old patterns, even old friendships sometimes. You will outgrow clients too, and it doesn't mean they don't matter. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean you won't always hold a special place in your heart for those early families. But it does mean that not all of them are meant to go with you to the next level. They loved me. They told everyone about me. And then one day I saw them just pop up in another photographer's feed. And my stomach sank. And I clicked through those photos like I was inspecting evidence. And you know what? The photos were fine. They were not terrible. They were just fine. And I realized it wasn't about me at all. They just wanted to try something different. And I laughed at myself because I had been so ready to spiral into just a shame spiral. And in reality, it really had nothing to do with me. And that's the thing, we make it personal when often it isn't. So here's my challenge to you, my friend. Instead of seeing those families as proof you weren't good enough, see them as proof you're growing. See them as part of your beginning. They gave you the confidence to get started. They gave you the chance to practice, to learn, and to build your portfolio. And now they've moved on. And that's okay, because your future clients are waiting, the ones who value you at the new level. The ones who see your growth and celebrate it, the ones who don't blink at your pricing because they know the value of what you give. You don't need every client to stay forever. You just need the right clients to find you now. And here's the kicker. You will always be someone else's new favorite photographer, just like you once were to those early families. You will be the fresh face, the exciting find, the one they can't wait to tell their friends about. And that cycle will keep repeating. Some will stay, some won't. That's business. But your worth, your talent, your heart, that doesn't change. So the next time you see a favorite client pop up in someone else's feed and you feel that gut punch, I want you to stop and remind yourself, this isn't rejection, this is growth. They were part of your story, but they're not the whole story. Your best was good enough for them. Your best is good enough now. And the right people, the ones that you are meant to serve at this stage, they are coming. And friend, they are going to love you for exactly who you are right now. Thank you for joining me today. I am sending you so much of my light and love, and I'll see you next time.